A recording related to the Epstein files is out there, and I can say with great certainty it has Trump and his White House at DEFCON 1. I have the breakdown of this breaking story and what it means to liberals and MAGA Nation, who are both demanding transparency, answers, and justice. In just a minute, I'll have that story for you, but first, let's speak to MAGA Nation and the unique pressure they've been putting on their Messiah. And how far can it escalate? Insurrection level is what one expert is saying. Have a look at the CNN discussion that speaks to the fear among Republicans.
What is happening here? Do you think that there is a fear among Republicans of what's going to happen here?
Well, I certainly think that there's some stonewalling going on. I mean, Gretchen was absolutely right. Donald Trump, at the snap of his fingers, could get these files released, and we wouldn't have to go through all of this. And we're waiting on, all these moves being made to get grand jury testimony that's going to deliver us just a sliver of a tiny bit of information related to this, all of these files. We need to move ahead with this. There are so many questions now, and to me, it appears that there's a cover-up going on with Maxwell in terms of the leniency that she's getting, in terms of the move that was done to Bryan, Texas. The charging documents for her sentencing specifically said she's not to go to a minimum security facility. And that's where she is right now. She's walking around there in a dorm-style place, enjoying herself. This is so wrong.
Gretchen, we live in a world where there's just such a rush to conspiracies and cover up. And yet, in this case, as I said to Congressman Garcia, sometimes when something smells, it smells for a reason. It makes absolutely no sense that Ghislaine Maxwell just got moved to this facility in an absolute basis, never mind relative to the fact that she just met with the number 2 at the DOJ for 2 long days.
Yeah, that's very concerning to me as well, because I think when Congress is in recess right now, maybe we're waiting for another shoe to drop with regard to what President Trump might do with this. But I've said this before, and I'll say it again. There will be an insurrection if he pardons Ghislaine Maxwell. And it won't just be coming from the left. It'll be coming from the middle of America, the independents. It'll be coming from Republicans, and it'll be coming from MAGA. So I do not advise President Trump to be considering that.
And now let's have a look at the breaking story about the recording that is surely weighing heavily on Trump's corrupt soul at this moment in time. It came to my attention via a Raw story headline that reads, "Bombshell recording of Ghislaine Maxwell interview could be released after Trump edits it." It went on to say, "Questions have swirled in the wake of Justice Department official Todd Blanche's interview with convicted trafficker Ghislaine Maxwell, the one-time accomplice of Jeffrey Epstein. New reporting now reveals there is a full recording of the interview. CNN reporter Kristen Holmes posted on X Tuesday that 3 administration officials confirmed that there is an audio recording and a transcript is being drafted. Specifically, she posted new. The Justice Department has an audio recording and transcript of interview it conducted with Jeffrey Epstein associate Ghislaine Maxwell last month that administration is considering releasing publicly, 3 senior administration officials tell me. And others are sounding the alarm over what's to come." Brian Krastenstein posted, "Trump's DOJ is now weighing the release of transcripts and audio from their 2-day interview with Epstein associate Ghislaine Maxwell, held in Florida behind closed doors. How can we trust any of this?" Jeff Storobinski said, "Let's be logical. If the DOJ releases the transcript and or audio interview with Ghislaine Maxwell, it will not hurt Trump. It might hurt his enemies, though. Everything is calculated." And 10 days ago, Aware of Truth looked into a crystal ball and delivered this warning. Ghislaine Maxwell seeks pardon from President Trump after revealing everything on 100 people linked to Epstein. She should have demanded her interview was broadcast live because now the government can edit it to their liking, which is not in favor of us. Now one of 2 things will happen, and one thing is certain not to happen. Let's begin with the latter. Trump will not be incriminated. This is a conflict of interest of historic proportions. Trump's handpicked Department of Justice are loyalists to their core, and they are in charge of the investigation. So A, the recording will not be released, and they will say to protect the victims, or B, it will be scrubbed free of the stain of Trump, just like his white shirts are after each bronzing session. The very best we can hope for is that Democrats pull a rabbit out of their hat, maybe with the help of a few Republicans, and get the public's eyes and ears on what Maxwell has to say. Or maybe there's a tremendous leak of information like the world has never seen before, believe me. Things like that have been known to happen in Washington. At least with MAGA on the case, we know the story isn't going away, and that makes it Trump's nightmare scenario. So the walls and the truth are closing in. I'm Dan. Thanks for watching. Please leave your comments below, and let's continue to occupy democracy together.
I hate Occupy Democrats.